Sonic's Green Hills Adventures Season 1 Chapter 3 The First Day of School Part 1. Sonic's Point of View.
I woke up to the alarm clock Pretzel Lady bought me yesterday when we were shopping for my school supplies. Good news, though. We didn't need to buy me a backpack because I had one already from my days of isolation. Well, this is it. Today's the first day of school for me. Just hope things go well, I said as I got my shoes on and grabbed my backpack. Then I headed down to the kitchen. I saw Pretzel Lady cooking breakfast for me, and boy, did it smell delicious. Good morning, Pretzel Lady, I said happily as I sat down in my usual seat.
Good morning, Sonic. I am happy to see you're back to your energetic self. So are you excited about your first day of school?
Pretzel Lady asked me as she placed a plate of scrambled eggs in front of me. You better, Pretzel Lady, I replied as I took a bite of the eggs. Well, Pretzel Lady, these are amazing, I said as I then did the chef's kiss to her skills. Donut Lord then came in.
Good morning, Sonic. I was wondering, and if you don't mind, of course, if I drove you to school since it's your first day of school ever.
Donut Lord asked me sweetly. Yes, of course you can drive me, Donut Lord, I said happily in agreement. So after getting ready for Air Day, Donut Lord drove me to school. Now we're in the parking lot.
Well, here we are, so are you ready?
Donut Lord asked me with the biggest smile on his face. As ready as I'll ever be, Dad. Donut Lord, thanks for the lift, I said quickly after realizing what I just called Donut Lord.
No problem. Have a good day, son.
Donut Lord said when I interrupted him. Wait, did you just say? I said in reaction until he interrupted me this time.
Hey, I said Sonic. We'll see you at 3 o'clock.
Donut Lord said before driving off to work. He troll Lord, I muttered to myself as I headed towards the school building. When I got to the front doors, I saw Joe and Crystal. Hey, Joe and Crystal, I said as I walked over to them with a smile on my face.
Hey, Sonic, how are you feeling about your first day?
Crystal asked me sweetly. I'm feeling excited, so can you tell me where the principal's office is? I asked them sheepishly, for as excited as I was still a little nervous.
We can do better than that. We'll take you there ourselves, since there's still time before classes start.
Joe replied happily. Thanks, guys. I'm glad that I met you two yesterday. I said in complete gratitude, for I'll never take not being alone anymore for granted. Then they took me to the principal's office door. Well, thanks, guys. You are awesome, I said as I gave them a thumbs up.
No problem. See you in class.
Joe said as they walked off. I then took a deep breath and went into the office.
You must be Sonic. Please come in.
The Principal Walker said sweetly. Hi there, Principal Walker. It's truly a dream to be here, I said to greet her as I sat in the chair in front of her desk.
Really? I never heard of someone being so passionate and excited about school.
Principal Walker said in reaction, which shocked me as well as her. Well, I guess others just take it for granted since this is my first experience ever at any school, I explained, trying to make sense of it myself. Then she giggled lightheartedly.
Well, me and the staff will make sure you are having the best experiences possible here. Well, anyway, back on topic, here's your school schedule, with your number and combination, and a map of the school.
Principal Walker said kindly as she handed me the supplies.
Well, Sonic, welcome to Green Hills Junior High and High School, and have a good day.
Principal Walker told me as she opened the door for me to leave. Thanks, and Outla, I told her as I left her office. Now back in the hall, I took a look at where my locker was and headed towards it. When I got there, I saw that my locker was right next to Crystal's, for I saw that she was there grabbing a book from hers. I do, Crystal. It looks like we're locker buddies, I'd Crystal excitedly as I put my things in my new locker.
Wow, that's great, Sonic. So how did meeting Principal Walker go?
Crystal asked curiously. Oh, it went well. She was very welcoming, I said excitedly. I still couldn't believe I made friends here at school already.
That's wonderful. You mind showing me your schedule?
Crystal asked with wonder in her eyes, so I showed her the schedule.
Was and Joy have almost...
Crystal said in pleasant surprise from seeing that. As for me, this made school even better. Really, that's fantastic, I said happily as we headed to the first class, physical education, which is perfect for me since I can't do my morning runs on the weekdays until the breaks.
Crystal's point of view.
We made it there on time and the teacher introduced Sonic to the class. Everyone seemed very welcoming to Sonic, but my instincts were telling me something was wrong, so I was on alert for the time being.
So everyone except Sonic went to change into their uniforms. The teacher said it was up to Sonic if he wanted to do that. He said no, so he just waited for the rest to finish. He kept the teacher company.
So, Sonic, I hear you run quite a lot. Where do you get all the stamina required for all that running around at that speed?
The teacher asked in awe.
I don't know. It's never came to my mind. I guess it's another aspect or side effect to my powers.
Sonic said in reply.
Oh, well, that's impressive.
The teacher said excitedly. Then Sonic ran across the gym and back to demonstrate his speed to the teacher.
See, not even breaking a sweat, but it still is a workout. I just don't tire out so easily.
Sonic said confidently. Sonic's point of view.
So all the students returned, and I stood next to Joy and Crystal as we lined up to begin our warm-ups. Hey, Joy, looks like we'll be seeing each other a lot today. I told Joy as I did this.
Cool, and well, you really do get excited for everything, don't you?
Just who I could tell he was happy to meet someone like that. Yeah, you should see my bucket list back when I first met Donut Lord, I replied as class officially started. Later in the session, we were playing dodgeball. I was able to dodge all the ones coming at me, and I didn't need my speed to do it. I'm just that a gal. So it was just me and a student from the other team. This last student was a girl that I would later find out her name was Jessica.
What? Looks like it's me against the freak. I'll beat you. No problem.
She said harshly. I was not expecting that, but I ignored it as I start playing again. However, she was able to dodge them too.
Well, I'm not even trying, and you know what, Blade Devil? I never miss.
Jessica exclaimed boastfully as she threw a dodgeball at me. I was caught off guard when she called me that. For some reason this time I didn't find it funny, but instead hurtful, and the dodgeball hit me so hard that the force of it caused me to fall on my back.
Crystal's point of view.
I should have known Jessica would be like this. She was the rich snob of the school, the cliché popular girl, only with a gothic taste in fashion. And now she's my new friend and the hero of the town. So I walked straight up to her while Joy was checking to make sure Sonic was okay. Hey Jessica, what the heck is wrong with you? He's already suffered enough from the decade of isolation and then Dr. Robotnik trying to kill him last week, remember? I shouted at her in pure anger, demanding to know what her excuse was.
Well, it's because of him that our town got nearly destroyed. Bless, he doesn't belong here. He's not human. He should be put in a lab.
Jessica exclaimed harshly, but I could tell she was lying through her teeth, desperate to search for a good enough excuse to get me off her back. Literally, that's your excuse. It's just proving how desperate you are, I exclaimed as I walked away to check on Sonic myself.
Sonic's point of view.
I was so grateful for my friends protecting me like this.
Hey, are you okay, Sonic? Because that dodgeball hit you pretty hard.
Joe asked me, has he helped me up? I wanted to say yes. However, I overheard Crystal's and Jessica's argument thanks to my strong hearing, so I was able to hear all the insults Jessica was throwing out there about me. I'm fine physically. However, I still can't believe she called me all that. Who is she anyway? I replied, trying to recover from the painful insults. Then Crystal walked up to us.
That is Jessica Mills, the rich, snobby gothic jerk of the school. I'm so sorry about what she said about you. I should have warned you about her.
Crystal replied, obviously overhearing the question as she came over. Then she hugged me, which caught me off guard, but then I hugged her back. It's all right, Crystal. Thank you for defending me. And I'm okay, really, I said as we broke the hug. However, Jessica's insults kept playing over and over again in my head, and I could feel that I was about to get over However, Pretzel Lady was teaching me a special breathing exercise from yoga, so I began the exercise to calm myself down and avoid my strange powers from doing something bad. It was starting to work. That is until Jessica's decided she wasn't done with me.
What are you doing, freak? You're so weird I don't know how people stand you. You shouldn't be here. Go back to wherever you came from. Why did you even leave your home anyway? Did you not belong there either?
Jessica shouted at me. I was able to ignore the first couple of insults, but that last one about my home planet was crossing the line. The pain from her insults mixed with the pain of the memories of why I left home were piling on and my electricity power activated. Stop it, please. It could accidentally hurt someone when someone puts me in this kind of emotional state. And how dare you bring that last point up? If you want to know why so badly, I was forced from my home for the same reason Eggman was chasing after me. Longclaw sacrificed everything so that I could come here without them following. And keep in mind, I was a toddler when that happened. I said in warning tone for as angry as she made me. I didn't want to hurt her.
Well, how pathetic.
Was all Jessica said in response to that. And that shook me to my core, for she wasn't even affected by my story in the slightest. But then Crystal and Joey stood in front of me and walked straight up to Jessica.
Well, I know you were a rich snob bully and a brat. Now you're just outright evil. You should be expelled for that.
Joe exclaimed. Then Jessica finally stopped and walked away as they all went back to the dressing room. So I took the time to calm myself down again. The teacher then walked up to me with concern.
Well, Sonic, are you okay? You got so intense for a second there.
The teacher asked as he kneeled down to be eye level with me and put his hand on my shoulder comfortingly. I'm alright, it's just that my childhood with Longclaw is a sensitive topic for me. I explained to him.
Well, don't you worry. Me and Principal Walker will take care of her.
The teacher said reassuringly.
Crystal's point of view.
I had just finished changing when Jessica walked up to me and stopped me.
That was for getting in my way. If it weren't for you, I forced him to leave.
Jessica said it with a cold-hearted expression on her face. What the heck do you think you're doing, you psychopath? I demanded, completely horrified.
Excuse me? How dare you call me that?
Jessica screamed enraged. Oh, easy, because you were being cruel to the sweethearted guy who'd already been through horrible trauma. I said simply as I walked up before she could get another word in. Also, I felt on the verge of tears and I wouldn't dare to let her see that.
Sonic's point of view.
I saw Crystal walking out of the dressing room with a huge red mark on her face and tears in her eyes. But Crystal, what happened? Are you okay? I asked her as I ran up to her.
Jessica slapped me for interfering with her bullying of you. She said if it wasn't for me and Joey, she would have forced you to leave, which meant she was going to physically hurt you.
Crystal explained as she let her tears fall freely like waterfalls. This disturbed me greatly as I hugged her to cheer her up. Don't worry, Crystal. Principal Walker will guarantee that justice will be served. I held her firmly and comfortingly. She then wiped her tears away and nodded in agreement.
Thanks, Sonic, you really are the purest thing ever.
Crystal said happily and back to her old self. Joey then came over to us.
I heard about what happened to you, Crystal. Are you feeling all right?
You asked Crystal in deep concern.
Yes, I'm doing a lot better. Sonic's optimism is truly contagious, and he really knows how to cheer someone up.
Crystal replied happily.
That's good. Thanks, Sonic, for helping her feel better.
Joey said full of relief. No problem, and what are friends for? I replied